Hey guys and dolls, welcome back. Today I'm going to be sharing with you some information on how to wear a blazer to flatter your individual body type. Every time I make a fashion video, I always get lots of questions about, what if I'm a pear? What if I'm an apple body type? What do I wear for that? And for those of you who are a little confused about why I'm talking about fruit, there are 4 or 5 basic body types out there. There's the inverted triangle, where you're a little more chesty on top and a little more narrower through the hip. Then there's the H body type, which is more like a straight up and down, less of a defined waist, very few curves. Sometimes this is called a boy body type, but I don't think that's very flattering, so I prefer to call it an H. The hourglass body type is when you have a larger chest and hips and have a more defined waist. The pear body type is when you're narrower through the top of your body and become a little more rounder and fuller towards the bottom. And then the apple body type is when you have a larger middle section of the body and usually slimmer legs. The most common body types for plus size women are the apple, hourglass, and pear, so I will be sharing with you some advice on how to wear blazers in a way that will flatter those particular figures. Keep in mind, it doesn't even matter what I say. If you feel confident in something and you love the way you look at it, then wear that. But this is just kind of a guideline. With a pear body type, you have a more narrow shoulder and chest, usually a small waist, not always, and then you'll have a fuller hip and seat. Because of the shape of your body, what you want to do is draw attention up to the smaller portion of your body. So you want to do that using embellishments or any kind of like flirty, flowy things like this tank top here. This is from Torrid, and for the most part it's just like a, a nice bright magenta tank top. It has adjustable straps and all that good stuff. But the flutteringness here calls attention to the bust line and up to the upper part of your body. And also the shape of this is sort of in a V, so it sort of draws the eye back in and makes your waist look more narrow. Wonderful tip. As I get a little closer, you can see I've also used larger jewelry. I've used like a big sparkly necklace to call attention back up to my face. I've used earrings that are going to be complementary to my hair, to the bra straps here, which are also navy, just kind of bringing all the attention up here. Now, the jeans that I'm wearing today are the jeans that I'll be wearing in all 3 looks. They are an ankle jean from Torrid. It's called the Stiletto Jean. So it's a very skinny cut, but it's very, very flattering. I find it to be very comfortable to wear. I have sort of a pear hourglass figure, so I think that this is definitely a good one for that body type. And then also because they're a little shorter, they're great for showing off shoes, which of course I'm not wearing today because I'm just filming this in my house. So let me go ahead and show you a wonderful blazer to go with this. This blazer you might recognize from my sundress video I did a couple of weeks ago. It's a beautiful, bright, blue-violet kind of shade. And what I love about this for a pear body type is that it has all this color which is drawing your eye up. The length of this blazer may or may not be the best for you. For a pear body type, you typically want something that it hits just below the widest part of your body or just above. So you might want one that's maybe a little more cropped. Also, if you're a little taller, it might be cropped on you. I'm about 5'6", 5'7", so for me it's not a crop jacket. It's a little more cropped than I usually have a blazer though. I personally love this combo because it also is very similar to the colors of my hair, so I feel like, I don't know, very matchy-matchy, icky poo. The second body type I want to talk about today is hourglass. That's when you have a larger bust, smaller waist, and bigger hips and butt and all that good stuff. Now my personal body type is kind of in between an hourglass and a pear, so it really depends on what I'm wearing, how I'm going to balance that out. When you have an hourglass figure, one of the most important things to do is to not wear overly drapey, larger, baggier clothing because it's just going to make you look larger overall and it's going to kill your curves. Keeping all of this in mind, I typically like to wear tighter tank tops or t-shirts, or if it's a little looser and blousier, I'll typically like to belt it with something. For today I chose a tight tank top. This is from Forever 21. It's this amazing mint color that I'm a little obsessed with at the moment. And I'm going to pair that with an eggplant blouse. I was going to say blouser. I'm going to pair that with a eggplant blazer from Forever 21. This complements the color of the tank top wonderfully. This blazer also just has the one button, so it nips in right away, right at the waist, and because this tank top's a little bit longer and it still shows, you get this really great hourglass silhouette. Keep in mind, if you have a pear body shape, this will also work for you. My last advice of the day comes for apple body types. When you have an apple body type, it's so important to find tops that are sort of loose and drapey, flow away from the body. It's almost the exact opposite advice that you'd want to use if you have an hourglass figure. Typically, you don't want things to cling to a larger middle, so flowing away from the curves is a good thing in this case. Now, this top is from Evans, which is a UK brand, which I'll go ahead and have a link to in the down bar because I'm like so excited about them right now. This top is absolutely gorgeous. It has a metallic threading, which also adds a little bit of color and a little bit of a different kind of texture. Don't be afraid to wear things that are shiny or bold colors or patterns or anything if you have an apple body type. I hear so many women with an apple body type tell me, oh, I can't wear that for this reason or that reason. No, fully just do it. Another thing that I like about this is that it has the longer sleeve that's sort of sheer and drapey, which really adds a nice element, and the slight puffing here adds a little bit of structure to the body so you don't end up looking quite as round. It kind of gives you a little squareness to help, you know, balance everything out. Now for an apple body type, this is the same blazer that I used for the Hourglass body. What I would recommend is to not button it, to leave it open. And what we have here is we have a contrasting color. It's darker through here, and also the bottom is darker, so it creates a panel throughout the body that seems slimmer than it really is. Also, the difference in texture, this is like a shimmery, shiny, dark kind of color, and then this is a bright, you know, matte because it has no shine or no pattern or anything like that. It helps to create a contrast so that this is what people are calling attention to, or this is what people are calling attention to, but it's sort of broken up so that you're not one big blob or anything like that. Now, because the neckline of this top is a little higher, I chose to not do any jewelry with it, and I think it really works, and honestly it's so shimmery it's almost like its own little jewelry. I hope that this advice is helpful for those of you who had questions about different body types, and I'm going to continue to do this kind of advice in the future. Let me know what you think about it, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a fantastic day, and remember to just be yourself. See you, bye.